Eli's always had a vision. So the first time I actually worked on this movie was almost a year and a half ago, maybe almost 2 years ago, when I broke it down, the visual effects, and did a bid for the studio. And at that time, had several conference calls with Eli and going through it and discussing how we can best get him what he wants to see and what the methodologies are for that. Because he's done visual effects before, but not on the scale of a visual effects movie. And at that time, even when we're just breaking it down, he just so committed and so knew what he wanted. And that makes our job so much easier because you're not dealing with someone who goes, oh, it could be that or it could be this. No, I want it to be this, or I want it to be, extensive, or I want it to be scary. And I'm being very simplistic. He has a vision for it that has been realized with the drawings that he's had people do in the art department. We've done character design with some of our vendors, designing the creatures and characters that are on Pandora. And, you show him a pass on it. No, I want it to be hairier here or smoother there. I know it has to feel like this. And he knows the feeling he's trying to get to, and that makes our job much easier. Pandora is sort of a desert planet, and we're in Budapest, which is not a desert. So there's the first challenge. A lot of the challenges for us are just going to be set extensions because the production designer and art director and art department have created, the most amazing sets. If you look at production stills, those amazing sets are surrounded by blue. So I'm hoping we do homage to what they've created in extending their vision. So the beer tunnels are one of the most fascinating things I've ever seen. They tried to explain them to me before I got here. And when I saw them, they're cavernous. They're epic in their size and their grandeur. And they afford us in visual effects a wonderful template to extend them and create from them. In parts of the caverns, we're removing the floor. There's grates on the floor, and we're putting green acid underneath, like a really viscous material. So that'll be a lot of fun. I get to melt bodies. And we're doing that throughout. And there's gunfights and everything else. The bullets are striking pipes and stuff is spewing out, and we're doing a lot of that. The environments of the tunnels themselves, we don't need to do much with because they are so fabulous. If you look around, there's one layer of city, about a block long, and that's about it. And then there's blue at every end, and up above there's some blue. This city is actually quite tall and comes up into like a peak like this. It's a big mining piece of equipment that has been, over the years in Pandora, become a living space. It was a working environment, mining piece of equipment, and it's been adapted by the locals as a place to live. So we see a very small fraction of it. It's going to go up several stories in areas, and it's going to extend out. Tanis's house, where we shot, which is the highest point of this city, if you will, looks out over it and into the desert beyond. So that's sort of our biggest challenge is when we're trying to shoot out of the window of that, well, how far does the city go? How high should our angles be? Because we're doing the extensions out, and how to make it all match. When we're in the city here, if you look behind us, it's all blue because the city's going to continue for several blocks and be windy and go off. And for us to take and look around at what they've created here and stick to the same flavor and have it continue so it's seamless, that's going to be a challenge, but a good one for us because it's so creative and it makes it fun to do. We're shooting cars in an environment that doesn't exist, trying to shoot patterns so we can put it all together that people are being chased in an environment that doesn't exist, being attacked by monsters that don't exist. So we do it in stages. So we've shot cars on a back lot, and we'll take the live action shots and we'll cut them together, our editor Evan will, and then we'll do what we call post-viz on it and put in the canyon in sort of a rough layout format. It'll be very rough, but it'll help us navigate what we need to do when we get into final animation. And then it'll look like, hopefully, what Eli is seeing in his head. It's a very complicated sequence. We have a canyon that is, say, yay big, and we've built this much of it. And the canyon comes up this high, but the canyon's going to come up this high. And not only do we have the people that we shot live action fighting with weapons that need to be replaced and gunshots, and we have to add muzzle blasts and blood and all the gore and scariness of that. We have to do it 2 and 3 layers high because the holes on the set go up. So it's not just this that's happening. There's stuff happening here and stuff happening there. And putting it all together and choreographing it with the direction that Eli's given everyone in terms of how he wants the battle to play out. And we're a supporting character for that. We're just trying to give him that environment. And it's challenging because a lot of it is CG. We have one other creature that is going to be the most fun in this movie, and that's Claptrap, our robot. And he, oh my God, we're having so much fun with him. So Jack Black is voicing him. He's going to appear in so many fun places. He's being built right now by our vendor in Australia. And we have a voice box on set. So whenever a Claptrap is supposed to be on set, audio has a speaker there, and you hear Claptrap's voice booming out whenever he's supposed to be part of the scene. And that's been, I think, a challenge for a lot of the regular filmmakers on this movie because they're not used to having a creature who is a lead character in the movie not be there, but he's supposed to be there. And we have stuffies and lighting proxies and stuff on set that are the same size as Claptrap. Just teach them, no, Claptrap's here. You don't step on Claptrap. Claptrap's going to zoom around here, and all the actors are having a lot of fun with it. You know, they all want their picture taken with the stuffies and things like that. But Claptrap's, he might even steal the show. Scott Stockdyke is an amazing visual effects supervisor. He brings a level of experience and artistry that we are so fortunate to have. Just his first passes on the look and feel and some of the magic of Pandora are just ingenious.